what is the worst thing about working with Prabhas?
Good, please. Sir,
you cannot diet. So one day my family came to visit me, and I have a daughter. She's 9 years old. So he asked my daughter, what do you like to eat? So she's a little girl, no, she's, I think, rattled off some 20 different things. You won't believe that day, I'm not exaggerating, this is actual truth. I had to take one more room that night to keep the food. and I'm like, next day morning I asked him, sir, did you think that I have brought my uncles, aunties? There were 3 of us, myself, my wife and my daughter. And I had photos in the other phone. It is unbelievable. It's impossible to diet with Prabhas sir around. And the thing is, he doesn't eat also. He doesn't eat. He'll have that one small bowl, he'll have some rice and some dal or something, I don't know, something like that. And he will keep feeding you. He'll keep feeding you. It's impossible to diet. That's
and look how you're looking, sir. So fit. Shruti says, your skin is like 20 years old.
Sir.
She never said anything to me.
And with Prabhas around, you should be very careful. You should not say stuff like, oh, I like this or I like that. Because evening you go to your room, whatever you said will be in your room, packed and ready. One day I was saying, so I like cars, I like driving. So I said, oh, I was shooting around the country. I just mentioned, oh, it's been a long while since I went home and drove my cars. And he's like, I'll leave my Lamborghini here, you keep it for a few days. I'm like, are you mad? So he's like that dangerous person, sir.
Prashant, when I tell him a scene, he loves it and he does not scrutinize it. And I go back confused because I first bounce it off with him that this is my scene. And he says something in Telugu which I can't say. Then I go back and I start wondering if I have to get a second opinion or something, because most of it, like 99% of everything that I've told him, he questions the drama. He's fantastic with drama.
Yes.
That's something that I understood very quickly, because when I gave him the entire narration, he did not ask me about that scene or this scene in particular. He mentioned something which changed the texture of the movie. He said the first scene and the last scene, that is Salaar part 2, the last scene, he said has to be exactly the same. And when he told me that, I was not prepared for him to tell me something like that. I thought he'd say, give me, okay, what is the dialogues in this? Or where does the fight come? Or let us do it like this. Nothing. He'd never said anything like that. And that is very tough for me to come out of, because I have been used to being scrutinized, because I was a nobody in KGF1. I was scrutinized there, and it was good scrutinizing. I'm not saying it was bad, but over here it is like, when the hero says it is fantastic, then it is like, whatever I've written, I go back and I start thinking if this is enough or not. So that is the worst part about him, that he trusts me too much.
So part 2, I won't say that. I'll say, sir, I think you can make it better.
I made a statement about Prabhas. Again, in Telugu, I can't say that in exact, but it loosely translates into Prabhas is a person who looks like an idiot but is absolutely shrewd.
Very close. No, I don't know. Because he'll make you feel like, oh no, sir, what, sir?
He will like, he doesn't know anything.
Exactly.
He's like, you can easily fool him, or like, you feel
Nobody
him, but
can
he's absolutely shrewd.
And I don't know if you remember this, when we were shooting the Masra fight, I told you the exact same thing Rajamouli sir said in the beginning, that you are very blessed because I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, I remember.
I told him you are very blessed because you just have to stand there, you know. Like rest of us are all trying to perform, trying to act. You just have to stand there, and he's got this really nice face with the line, the side of the forehead and everything. And you just have to stand there, and it's okay. Then nothing, you do nothing else. I told the same thing to him actually. Yeah.
Really, I have very good screen presence. I'm very lucky, and I used to ask him, because he's not only actor. I think in the country we have only one Prithviraj who has given the biggest blockbuster and a superstar, and he's very good in many things. For Hindi, which I tried, Saho and Radhesham, it was very hard for me. Telugu first time, because we watch Hindi films. Tamil, I know, I was born there, but still it was very hard for me. He comes, last minute Prashant changes something, and he's like, what's the last minute you change? He's never angry. I never saw an actor like that. It's always cool, first day to last day. I fell in love with him actually. Actually, sir, I fell in love with you more than Shruti, 100%. That's for sure. Whatever people think, I don't know. Even little irritation on your face, never. The last minute's very hard. Telugu, he never did. Telugu is very hard. We don't.
One
they
thing
don't.
I requested Prashant sir. One thing I said.
Just give
I will
dialogue.
only act. So Prashant was okay with Tinu sir saying his lines in Hindi and the Tamil gentleman saying his lines in Tamil. So I told Prashant, there is no way I'm going to say my lines in Malayalam. I will learn Telugu and I will say my lines in Telugu. But I have one request. Give me the lines at least 24 hours in advance so that I can learn.
24 seconds before, I think.
No, he'll give me every day 24 hours in advance. Him and Sandeep, is he here? Okay, him and the dialogue writer 24 hours before they'll give me, sir, and some like big lines they'll give, and I'll at the night and all I'm like walking on the treadmill and all. I'm learning my lines. Next day I'll come. They'll be like. Prashant will be, okay, ready. Roll camera. Wait. He'll run and come and say, sir, that line, you change and say this, sir. I say,
What? And it's like, you're torturing him. I used to talk with Sandeep, everybody. We can't say like Prashant is like seriously into the shot. Sandeep, you're torturing him. For him, it's like, Telugu is like really a foreign language for him. Because he doesn't watch, maybe he watched 1-2 Telugu films. I think he watched only Bahubali or something.
Bahubali 1-2, I watched.
Telugu. Or maybe 4 films in your life.
Maximum, sir.
So like, it's very hard to do that. Like, don't do that. And Prithviraj sir, in 1 minute, I don't know how he does it. It's like almost 90% Telugu. In dubbing, you see, it's so good. I asked him like, sir, how many talents you have? You direct, you're a superstar, you know languages, you are very good in English, you are super educated. How many you do, sir, in a day?
I only know to act, sir. I'm basically an actor, accidental director, that's all. But
Sir, accidental director, no. Sir, Lucifer, we all saw, sir.
When Prithvi sir joined us, we had given him the dialogues, and I did not know what kind of a person he was. He comes on the set and he keeps to himself. Maybe it seems like arrogance or whatever. And he was looking at his phone and he was sitting down in one place. I did not know whether I had to disturb him. I finally realized that he was looking at his dialogues. He was sitting quietly by himself, putting the earphones, and he was learning his dialogues. That is why he was sticking far away from the rest of us.
Then I realized it's a futile exercise. Because anyway, just between takes and all, he'll change lines. So future actors who get the privilege of working with Prashanth Neel, don't learn your lines.
రామాయణం, మహాభారతం, భగవద్గీత, వేదిక్ సైన్స్, ఋగ్వేదం, యజుర్వేదం, అథర్వవేదం, 18 పురాణాలు, దశావతారాలు, దశమహావిద్యలు, వేదిక్ మ్యాథ్స్, ఇండియన్ ఇన్వెన్షన్స్, సీక్రెట్ ఆఫ్ గాడ్స్, మరెన్నో కోర్సులు నేర్చుకోవాలనుకుంటే మా indianvedicSchool.com వెబ్సైట్లో లాగిన్ అయి నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. ఎటువంటి ఫీజు లేకుండా ఫ్రీ కోర్సులు కూడా మా వెబ్సైట్లో అందుబాటులో ఉన్నాయి. గూగుల్ ప్లే స్టోర్, యాప్ స్టోర్లో ఇండియన్ వేదిక్ స్కూల్ యాప్ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.